I mua ke ka riro mai au e neti, I te mea ki e noa nao ki atiu, kua rawe ana o tōku tupuna tāne, ko te ānau mai anga tia I te ia manako, e kia takai au I te tai takai anga kia riro mai au e neti, no te iti tangata atiu. Nā tōku tupuna tāne, I te rawe anga ia e te tuatau e pakari ara ai a kare mariri ako te aere, te mātau iau ki e tātou e te au neti I te akarongo e bedridden. Nā te rā, ia kamata mai I ako kia tomo au kuruto I tia takaianga o te neti, kia riro mai au e neti I te ia tuatau.
My journey began when my father got sick, and just not knowing what was happening to him made me feel hopeless. So I promised myself that I would never feel that way again. And then nursing school opened up, took the opportunity. 3-4 years later, here I am.
I wouldn't say not a passion for me, but it's just something I wanted to try, and I got successful. And throughout my journey, that's when I realized that it was a passion for me, and which makes me want to help especially my family, my parents.
I chose to become a nurse is when I realized that my grandmother was getting old and she was getting sick at that time. I was about 11, 12 years old, and then I made up my mind that I will join the nursing force to care for my family.
Maare ia ko te maki maatanga toko mamiro te aramaki, ko te uniform o te neti. Attract ia ko te uniform o te neti, te iria tuatau e awana o ke rātou te cap, e te pona teatea, tōku mana ko epaulets mati e te iria tuatau. So, roto rai ia ko te tuatau I toko mamiro te aramaki, karangarai au kia ka inangaro kia riro mai au e neti. E teimi oki me ākaro koe, me ano mai tō tāwa family ki roto I te aramaki. Ka roka o kia tāwa I te peu I tō tāwa family ki roto I te aramaki. So, te akaruki anga o te api, ko tāko ngai anga rei te apply mai eo e neti.
When I lived in New Zealand a couple years ago, my auntie started her degree in nursing, and I just she was my inspiration, and I saw her in her scrubs and everything, and I just fell in love with that whole thing and the process of helping people and all that kind of stuff.
I didn't want to become a nurse when I first had my first career, but I started in Atiu. That's why I started working. Actually, I wanted to work in the area of Cook Island tourism and also air hosting, because I know I can do it, but I have no choice. I have to listen to my feeding parents, because at that time, if you don't listen, you get a hiding. So I just have to go with their decision. And I really praise and thank them for the decision that they had made, because without their decision, I wouldn't be where I am.
This building that I'm sitting in was the place I decided to be a nurse. My mother, having her 11th child in her later 40s, my mum had to have a cesarean. So as she was recovering from the cesarean, she actually was not doing very well. My mum believed that she was not going to live. She believed she was going to die. And so one day, she held my hand and she said to me, "Please look after the children. Help your father look after the children." And as the days went, the doctors and the nurses, I watched what they were doing with my mother, and my mother got better. And then I thought, one day I would really like to do that for somebody else. I would love to be in a position where I could help somebody, I could help a family feel as good as I feel right now, because my mum had come out of danger and she was going to live. And when I went to New Zealand and was looking for something to do, that was the first thing I thought. I'm going to do what I had said years earlier, go and be a nurse.